Stepped on the scene, dripped in saline. Whole crew shining, call me Mr. Clean. Came in from the back, walked right to the front. Dancing to the music, smoking on the. Got the women smiling, punk grilling me, looking all dusty. Black Force energy, I don't even drink, but the team pop bottles. Not here for the beef, but the Glock holds hollows. Think I'm cocky, but I think I'm worse. In this flexing like a Mr. Universe.
You are now tuned into the Boxing Bros. I'm Caden. As you can see, TBE isn't with us. He went AWOL. We've been calling. He's not responding. We've been texting. He's not responding. We might send a search team out for a wellness check, but we'll see what happens. I'm here with my co-host.
What's going on, everybody? It's the commissioner, Trill Dollar Bill. What's going on?
And what's good? This is G.
All right, the first topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Alicia Baumgardner calls out Katie Taylor, Chantelle Cameron, and Amanda Serrano after her victory in which she got her lick back against Christina, I think it's like Linanatu or something. I'm not sure, but, much respect to her. She put up a solid effort. Here's what Alicia Baumgardner had to say at the end of the fight.
Next, 135, Katie Taylor, I want you. Chantelle Cameron, Amanda Serrano. I will continue to defend my titles at 130 because I can do that. I'm great. I'm getting better. I've always perfected myself. I can always work on something. I'm not perfect. And one thing about me, I'm a student of the game. I'm going to listen. I'm going to keep learning and keep applying. What's next for you?
All right, so that's what Alicia Baumgardner had to say. After she avenged the only loss on her resume, she wants Katie Taylor, Chantelle Cameron, and Amanda Serrano. I'm going to turn it over to Trill Dollar Bill. What was your reaction to the fight? And out of all the women she called out, who would you like to see her in the ring with?
Fight was cool. Shout out to Alicia Baumgardner. I like her. The ladies that she called out, except for Cameron, I believe, they're a little bit older and they're about to head out. So I'm thinking maybe they're going to be trying to get some big money joints. I'm wondering why she didn't mention Michaela. That's the fight. You know what I'm saying? You run into all these other. You want Katie Taylor because you see she's getting a little older. Amanda Serrano getting a little older. You know what I'm saying? I see that. Your toughest fight to me was not even clear. It's not. It hasn't. You won, but it wasn't a clear victory to me. Was the Michaela May? If I would run that back. You was offered all types of money and you declined the bread. I would like to see that. I would like to see you run that back. And I think that would be entertaining, But hey, that's just me. But continue doing what you do, you know what I'm saying? But I think that would take away a lot of doubts. You know what I'm saying? Like if you bring that fight up, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be 50-50. Like some people are gonna say you won, some people are gonna say you lost. I just say run it back. That's like the leaving a sour taste in some people's mouths. Like people still want to see, tanking Isaac Cruz in there again. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things. Like when the fight's so close, people want to, see it again. So I would like to see that again.
All right, Trill Dollar Bill throws Michaela Mayer in there. All right, G, what was your reaction to the fight, and who would you like to see Alicia Baumgardner fight next?
I thought she did all right. Again, my same issues I always have with Alicia is poor defense, bro. And I do disagree with Trill though. I do think calling out, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano makes the most sense because, they're the faces of female boxing, So you want to make, it's prize fighting. So you want to call out the big names to get that exposure. And if she could beat Katie, the goal is to inherit all of Katie's fans, and so she could capitalize off of the Irish fan base, the UK fan base, that's a good look. So like it makes sense financially, career wise. It just makes sense for her to call out Katie. Katie's getting older. Katie's slowing down a little bit, and Baumgardner, like the way she fights, she it's not like she's a volume fighter. She's more like a counter fighter. She's more patient. So that old explosive Katie, that Pacquiao style that she used to have, I think that type of Katie is too much for Alicia. But now that she's getting a little older, it doesn't seem like she could take as much damage as she used to. I think now this is a perfect time to take that throne from Katie. I think Amanda and Alicia will be a more competitive fight because their styles are more similar. But again, both fights are good. The Cameron fights, whatever. And the what's her name, Michaela fight. I don't know, man. I don't like how she fights, bro. She reminds me of Sean Porter, bro. So it's like, I'm sorry, man. It's just I wouldn't want to fight that woman either, man. It's not like saying it's like a duck. It's just like it's a messy fight. You know what I'm saying? And I think Alicia now is like trying to get that exposure that she's looking for. So you want those type of fights that could like showcase your skills, showcase your talent, especially against like known names. McCaskill, excuse me, is she's like known but not known. You know what I mean? Like she's up there, but she's not Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, Clarissa Shields level. So I don't know. I kind of feel like for Alicia right now, she has like the look, she got the belts. You know what I mean? Like she has a following right now. She should only go up. She shouldn't do anything that's like, half stepping or back stepping or anything. So yeah, so I think it's a good look calling out these ladies, and I think she has a good chance of beating Katie right now because of Katie's age.
Yeah, I thought the fight was good. Alicia Baumgardner, it wasn't her best performance, but I think it was overall an entertaining fight. I think Christina is a talented fighter, and she showed that she's no pushover. She's never been knocked out. And Alicia Baumgardner had to dig deep to me. I saw her throw nice punches to the body, which is often something that they neglect in women's boxing. If you look at some of the big fights in women's boxing, they usually headhunt and they don't go to the body enough. But Alicia Baumgardner was digging to the body, and Christina was punching to the body as well. So I thought that was something that made the fight entertaining. They also showed tremendous reflexes and counter punching. Both fighters, they were able to get out of the way and counter, and that's something you don't normally see in women's boxing. You see it with certain fighters, but to see two fighters in the ring doing it to each other, I thought that was something that helped the quality of the fight. And you also saw both fighters dig deep. At one point, it looked like Baumgardner might stop Christina, but then Christina dug deep, and Christina ended up landing her punches on Baumgardner, showing like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to really try to take those titles. So I feel like that made the fight entertaining. Was it the type of performance that makes you say Alicia Baumgardner is hands down the best fighter in women's boxing? For me, it wasn't. I can't write off Katie Taylor. Yes, Katie Taylor's old, but we heard that narrative with Vasily Lomachenko going into the fight with Devin Haney. And all I kept saying is, what has Vasily done to show you he's old? He started late against Tayor, but then he came on in the later rounds and made it a close fight on most people's scorecard, except I can't remember her name. Sandra Bullock from The Blind Side, as Trill would call her, on her Julie Letterman, or Julie Letterman. Julie Letterman is the only person who had it that wide. But sorry, I'm talking about your girl, Trill. But anyway, most people thought it was a close fight, and Vasily just started too late. And then he went on to beat Richard Comey and Nakatani. So I don't see what he's owed. Katie Taylor had a great fight with Amanda Serrano. She pulled it off a close decision. Some people saw it going either way, which happens in close, great fights. Then she fought Chantelle Cameron, not immediately after, but she got in there with Chantelle Cameron and she lost. I thought Chantelle Cameron did enough to pull it off, but Katie was in another close fight. So I don't see where people can write off Katie. In fact, Katie may want to run it back and see if she can get her titles back. So for that reason, I don't think Katie Taylor will be available. I think the likely option is Amanda Serrano. And although Michaela Mayer is really a threat, and I think Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner were involved in a close fight, I think Alicia Baumgardner is at the stage where she wants to build her brand and build her name. So the question becomes, what would do that for her? What would do more towards making her a superstar? A rematch with Michaela Mayer or beating Amanda Serrano? And I think beating Amanda Serrano would do that. There's also promotional issues. Michaela Mayer's with Top Rank, and we all know Bob Arum doesn't think much of Eddie Hearn. Although he'll work with Eddie, he worked with Eddie to make the fight with Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner, but he's not really fond of Eddie. But Amanda Serrano and Jake Paul have done business with Eddie several times. They're known for handling business. They put their things on the zone at times. So I think it's probably an easier fight to make. So if I'm being honest, I think the odds are we'll most likely see Alicia Baumgardner in the ring with Amanda Serrano.
Let us know how you feel in the comments section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. The TBE is not with us right now, but you know who it is. The Boxing Bros, and we're just getting started.